Hours. I'm in New Jersey, and this is the van. Well, it's locked. But this is the van that I'm looking at to buy. I need a van. I need a van. And oh, what's that there? Huh, that's weird. Oh, that's where it probably comes back like a magnet. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's a nice big van. I'm excited. I've been saying I wanted to get a van for a while, and this is a medium roof. This is a medium roof. Yeah, lots of space in there. Lots of space. Nice clean shape. Yeah, I don't see any marks or nothing. That's gonna be nice. Looks good. Yeah. Nice sliding door. The only thing that's missing, and I'll get in the future, is probably a divider. I'm just waiting for that guy to bring out the key. A little glue damage there, but that's no big deal. So, all right. Yeah, so we're opening here. Wow, look how big that is. Damn. Nice. Wonder what they used it for. Yeah, it's nice. And then some kind of glue, but I can get that off. It's no big deal. This one's, I don't think this is it. This one says 52,000 miles. This is not it. Oh, no, I don't think that's the right one. Let me go see. Don't want to get too excited about that one, and it's not the right one. Now, this is the right van that we're going to be taking out for a test drive, so actually worked to my benefit because it has about 6,000 less miles than I thought, so that's good.
I'm going to pull this to the side so that you can get
All
it.
right. Well, what do you think, guys, of that van? That's a nice van. I was really excited, and this is where the frustration level, you know. And I wanted to I was going to share this video of me picking up the van probably in about 2 or 3 weeks, because I have some other footage that I recorded flipped to a van where I've been buying some liquidation stuff to sell on my eBay store and get a van. So the plan was to get a van actually around June with about $5,000 or $10,000 down, and typically the vans that I've been coming across have about 100,000 miles and go for around 33,000 in that range. So I found a van that comes from Hertz and through this dealership in New Jersey for roughly 30 grand with about 60,000 miles. And that's pretty much the average. And I checked it out, and that's pretty much, if you're going to buy from a place like that, and it's a small place, so their overhead's not real huge. Here's a comparison. If you go to Carvana, that same van is about 10,000 more. Vans are crazy. And man, sometimes you just need to wait because the prices are crazy. The sticker price on the van that I looked at, brand new 4 years ago, 2019, was 40 grand. I'm rounding up a couple dollars, but that was 40 grand. So to have it, the one I was looking at had 57, but when I go there, 52,000. He says, yeah, the guy probably made a mistake on the paperwork. That's what threw me off at first, thinking it was a different van. But while I was there, they actually had 3 other vans coming in from different areas being delivered. So they tell me they sell like 75, 80 vans a month. But before I went there, a couple days ago, I went on and I found the van. And I'm sharing this story with you guys to maybe help you guys or give you guys heads up on the pitfalls and the pluses and the minuses of maybe wanting to buy a van. But I thought I did everything right, and that's why I don't have a van. And it was very disappointing. I went to bed early last night, probably around 10:30, and was up a couple times, but probably slept the most last night, 8 or 9 hours, and kind of felt good because my stress level was not good. And this week's been a little, just every week, or every day this week, it seemed like, I don't know, something. So it's been a light listing week. I've been still listing every day, but the van issue, just so frustrating. So I went on Car Gurus, and that's where I found it. And you can go through them and do Capital One auto finance. And I got approved and what the terms were, and I'll go over the terms with you guys too. It was basically $30,000 with fees, tax, and everything, about $33,000. $3,000 down. 72-month payment at 13.3% was about $575. Now, I what do you do for a living? Self-employed. I sell, eBay and Amazon. So I said to him, hey, I haven't done I actually called up Capital One and said, I haven't done my tax return yet for 2022. It's only February. And I said, do you want me to bring the prior year, or I can bring even the issue that the statement that eBay gives you for the payout? And they said, no, just bring your ID, bring your electric bill, shows where you live, your 3 months worth of bank statements that your money goes into. I'm like, oh, fine, no problem. So I said, I didn't want to get there and have an issue. Well, I didn't want to have an issue. So, and the place I went to, and I can't blame them, Jersey Car Direct it was down by like Trenton, New Jersey. So for me, it was about a 2-hour, 15-minute drive. I left. I was there about 11:45, and I was there probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, just doing paperwork stuff. And he says, Capital One doesn't finance, or they buy commercial. I said, what? And I said, oh, I went through and they knew I was buying a van. He goes, well, unless they changed. And, he was sort of being a little snarky, but yet he was kind of showing me. So he got they deal with a local office. He got him on the phone, and they say no, unless it's for personal use. And he said to me, the problem could be as soon as the minute that you get, he goes, they won't pay us, and then you'll have to bring the van back. He goes, they'll put the paper through a commercial, and he goes, when you go to give the insurance, and I was definitely, and I had gotten a quote for the insurance. I actually got the quote driving home, but I got the quote on the insurance and not have it, because I wanted to do this on the up and up. I don't want to be like, well, I'm using it, it's for personal, but I'm using it for bit. They know. And part of my plan, which I'm going to talk about in the video, is last year I rented U-Hauls and vans, and at times I will deliver things for other resellers. And my concern was having a payment around $575 and having insurance payment of roughly $175. They told me, it's $750. So I wanted to make sure that I could afford it, I basically was part of my business plan was 2 or 3 monthly deliveries, because in our area there's a lot of industrial parks, and I thought, if I could do 2 or 3 deliveries a month, even 250 on average, in 4 hours, that basically will pay the van payment. And at times reselling is slow, and not to have that burden of the van payment insurance kind of weigh down the reselling business, and keeps me out, keeps me networking. And I already do it. I already made $500 like 2 weeks ago, delivering a jewelry machine for my friend Jason to Rhode Island. That was a 9-hour trip, 4.5 hours back and forth, and I did that in a day. $500. Now, tolls and fees, I had about $137 out, so I still net it roughly, but I have the full 500, and I was fully prepared to put the 3 in. So the guy gets on the phone. No, we don't. Oh, great. I'm like, I wasted. He goes, yeah. He goes, and he goes, you see that other guy that called on the phone? I'm like, yeah. He goes, same type of deal. And because I was there on the phone, I heard him telling a guy same type, ordeal. So I'm not looking for nothing with no money down, and this is why I was going to wait till June, because I figured I needed $5,000 or $10,000 down, and I want to be those guys, keep payment affordable. So he says, well, maybe we can go through Ally. They usually will. So we go through Ally, and they used to be owned by General Motors. So I remember 20 years ago they financed a car, and it was like mixed results. Honestly, at 13.3, that's a little high, but I can deal with that. Ally would do it, but it was 18%, so automatically the payment was $150 to $200 more. And I don't know. He said, I don't know if they'll take bank statements. So the paperwork, they're a lot tougher on the paperwork. So the payment, at the end of the day, I was like, wow, that's about $2,500 more. There was no guarantees, the paperwork. My frustration level at that point was like, geez, I drove all the way here, and right before I said, well, I'm gonna have to figure something out. Right before I got left, he says, we have a Mercedes Metris van out there. He goes, that's not classified as commercial, but So I said, I'll go look at it. So I went out there. It's sharp looking, and it's a Mercedes. It's a nice blue van. It did have, they put on, one thing I do like about this Jersey Car Direct is they show the Carfax and all that, and I saw it had a little side scrape, so it got a rear-ended or something, so a little right. But I went out we pulled it out, went out for a test drive. Of course, it's a Mercedes. It's just nice inside, but the pitfalls or the cons of that. You got to use premium fuel. So even though you're getting better gas mileage, 2024, another pitfall was it was set up. Somebody had like a computer or iPhone repair, because it had a rack in the back that they were drawers that you could pull out and lock and put in, like it said, like iPad or computer. There was 4 of them, and then inside, and that really wasn't. I mean, that can come out, that van was about $25,000, but honestly, even taking the rack out, and no, you couldn't stand up in the thing, because that was one of the things I want, is be able to, when you're picking up pallets or picking up stuff you're going to deliver, do the things that I do, you want to be able to stand up. So a 6-foot roof in a medium van is perfect for me. I'm about 5'9", 5'10"-ish, and I don't want to be hunched over in 4. And the space that was in that Mercedes Metris van is really no more than I have in my Crown Vic in the back seat in the trunk. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. I already have a car. I don't need a car. But the front, it makes no sense. And I'm sure someone will comment below and say, oh, this is why they do it. That knows they'll give you a $30,000 loan for a car, personal car, but not a commercial van. That's going to make me the money to pay the payment, and I'm self-employed, and this is what I do. So I'm recording this the day after. I'm going to put this video out right away, and I'm going to look into see, and I'm going to call Capital One and say, guys, come on, you wasted my time, wasted my gas back and forth, and you know, I called you. You should have told me, and you saw that I looked at a van and went right through. You know, like they should say that. You know, and it sucks. It's hard to get excited about something, and a van will come along. It will come along. I know it will. You know, just so frustrating, and yeah, I don't like to waste my time. I like okay, this is the price. Okay, you know, Pat, this is what you pay. You know, give my down money. And that's it. You know, go. You know, that's it. I hate the hassle of buying a car. It just always feels so seedy and finance. Or you're gonna pay cash. Or you're gonna do. You know, it's like I hate it. And but ultimately, for me to even grow and do more in the future, I got rid of my Freestyle, as you guys know, last year. So now I just have the Crown Vic. But I am spending money renting vans and But there's now, even when I'm buying pallets, you know, it's not worth buying a let's say a $250, $300 pallet if the van's gonna 100, 120. It's just not. You know, sometimes. So you know, it's like, well, I don't want 5 pallets or 6 pallets at a time, because when you get that, then you get a U-Haul, and there's just so much you can do with a van, and you could see from the pictures inside it was big. So this will be part of my journey. You'll be seeing videos out. Flip to a van. I'm still hoping. I'm going to reach out to maybe some this week and see what I can do. I'm not going to get crazy interest rates too. Maybe I have to wait another 6 months. I don't know. You know, not going anywhere. I just, you know, we're coming into the spring, and there's just so much more, like I said, it can do to make a van, and you can make good money with a van. I honestly think that at times, if reselling's slow or sourcing's a little slow at times, just having that van delivery, you know, within a 4-hour, 2-hour, 4-hour, you know, between the Scranton and the Lehigh Valley, there's a lot of industrial parks, and a lot of these companies don't want to have their employee leave because of workman's comp, they get in an accident, or they just don't have the employee to take away. So sometimes if you can even offer that a little bit as a service, and then sometimes, like, you know, you run into situations where somebody's like, oh, we're cleaning out this store or something. It's like, do you want that stuff? And so that's the plan. It just, I got to get, you know, I hate that they sort of like, well, if you want it, you're going to have to pay, you know, crazy interest rate, that to the point where, you know, sometimes it just doesn't make sense, you know. So I wanted to show you footage of me, you know, driving the van and new stickers and stuff on it, and with my logo and stuff. So hoping that happens. But guys, I've been meaning to do more videos. Just a lot been going on. A lot of stuff going on, fixing the garage and things like that. So give me a thumbs up. I do plan to be doing more videos, and always appreciate the people that support me. And a couple days, my update on the listing videos for February will be coming out. So give me a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. And hope you kind of learn a little bit from this video if you kind of run into the same situation. Maybe call the dealership or something like that. Hey, are you going to take... because a lot of times these things are just pre-qualifications. Even though I'm approved, if I wanted a personal, I could get it. But, you know... But it is what it is. So, all right, guys, thanks. I'll see you again.